What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Got the Poet, live in effect like I always am. Today I want to basically introduce myself, or if you've been watching for a while, reintroduce myself. So give you a little backstory of who I am and why I started this channel and why I have this passion for the content that I'm creating. But so my name is Jay Guy. I got a background in retail management, and over the years, I'm not gonna lie to you, over the years I didn't have the greatest come up as far as like financial support, me trying to do things myself and all this other stuff. So I always wanted to have the best deal but always look fly, but then I also wanted like the nicest items. So my goal was to actually create a store kind of like a Foot Locker, or in my area they call them DTLRs, JD Sports, stuff like that, where you can go and get sneakers and then like get an outfit or something, right? I personally worked at a store called Sports Zone, and then I transitioned to another store who I'm not going to mention right now. But over those years I've always shopped at thrift stores. I've always shopped at like spots that I could try to find like a great deal on. Back in like 2017, 2018, I had back surgery, and throughout that whole time I was literally laying on my butt in the bed watching YouTube videos. At the time, Round 2, if you guys are not familiar with it, Round 2 started in Richmond, Virginia. Then they moved to LA, Miami, Chicago, and they did pop-ups in different areas of the world as well. And I watched their YouTube channel and it just inspired me. And then Dame from Dame's RVA, shout out you, he actually inspired me too, because he was actually a reachable figure that was from this channel. And so what I started doing was buying stuff and trying to flip it to them in store and not selling it myself. So I wasn't making the full potential profit because I was selling it to them first. And a few times I walked in there, I met Dame and all that, had a conversation. Actually, when I was in a few stores, I actually seen Dame. And shout out to Dame. If y'all don't know who he is, check him out, because he has a crazy store here in Richmond, Virginia. So with all that being said, I came up with this idea to try to buy a bunch of stuff and try to flip it. So I came up with this idea on basically buying stuff to flip stuff. It wasn't my original idea, no. There's been plenty of people, hundreds, maybe thousands, hundreds of thousands, I don't know, people in front of me that bought stuff and resold. I'm not the original, I'm not the originator of this, let me say that, right? So I bought a bunch of stuff. At the time, I didn't know too much about Facebook, about eBay and all that stuff. So I was posting stuff on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace. I had it up there. I had a few people who wanted to buy something. I'm inboxing them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, trying to create a time and a space where we can meet and they can actually try the item on and purchase it, right? And it happened a few times, and I did post it on my personal Facebook page as well. And a few of my followers, they purchased stuff from me here and there, right? But all actuality, everything that I bought to try to like resell and make some type of money on it, I basically it didn't work out. I actually redonated it back to the place that I bought it from, either the store or whatever. So I donated it back to these stores that I'm shopping at, right? So what I did was I basically jumped into something without having knowledge or doing any research on it. So now what I'm doing is I got time, so I'm actually doing research on items that's selling, certain things that's doing well, and I started posting stuff on eBay. And with that being said, doing the first time eBay stuff, I started getting hit with scam messages. Hey, send it to me and I'll pay you through Cash App or whatever. And I was just like, this is a scam. I'm not doing all that. So I pushed through that and was able to get past the scam era of my first 6 to 8 months of being on eBay. And don't get me wrong, eBay is not my full-time income, but it does add to what I'm doing. I am putting a lot of effort to try to make it a full-time income, and then everything else will be added on to that. But right now it's not. So I started trying to sell on eBay after doing research and stuff like that. And I actually sold a few things on eBay, and that's where we are at this point. I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm like, okay, I have a full-time job, but I'm still selling on eBay. And I'm like, I wonder if I can actually scale this somehow. So that's what I'm doing. All right, so now what I'm doing is seeing that eBay is working, and I'm trying to figure out a way to scale this, like I said. So what I did was I started just buying stuff and posting it on Facebook Marketplace and eBay with the intentions of trying to sell it within a month. So with all that being said, a lot of y'all know that my name is J Got the Poet, right? So with that being said, the poet part, let me just speak on that just a very little bit and then get back to the story. So I am, or I was, I guess you could say I still am. I'm a poet that performs in Richmond, Virginia and surrounding states of the East Coast. And what I did was I got booked to do a poetry show. And then I asked the lady that booked me, shout out to Miss Angel. I said, hey, am I able to bring some inventory and kind of set up like a pop-up shop? And she said, yeah, why not? Let's figure it out. And that night alone, I did very well. I did super well. Like, I mean, tremendously well, right? And I'm sitting there like, hold on. If I can make this in this short amount of time, why not try to start doing pop-ups? So that's what I started doing. So my first pop-up was with Miss Angel at Poetry and Love. And I don't know exactly what year that was, but it was 2020. At the beginning of 2020, right around the time when COVID was happening. And I think I did 2 pop-ups before COVID actually shut everything down. And after that, I started doing Facebook Lives every night, buying stuff, showing off the new inventory that I have, selling it on Facebook Marketplace. People were paying me through like Cash App and cash and stuff like that. But for them to get it, they would pay cash, and I would offer free delivery because I was going out anyway to purchase new inventory for the next night. And that actually kind of scaled me up to what I am now. I started doing everything out the trunk of my car. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was like, whoa, like this is crazy doing this out the trunk of my car. But it was actually kind of getting dangerous as well, because I was riding around with like, because some people didn't have Cash App or didn't want to pay Cash App, so they were paying me in cash. So I was riding around with large amounts of like cash on me. And my wife was talking to me and she was like, hey, like, I don't think this is safe. Like, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be doing this. So I started just keeping the cash at home and keeping like change in my pocket for like if somebody needed change for like $100 bill, $50 bill, whatever. And I would just bring home the money, and then I just reinvested all of that and built up to what I got now. I wish I was documenting this back then, because I feel like this channel would be, you know what I'm saying, bigger because of that journey. But I just thought I would tell y'all at least the beginning stages of the journey of how I got to where I am. And now we are doing pop-ups as many times as we can a month. I'm trying my best to sell as much as I can on eBay. Even right now, eBay is not a full-time income because I'm still learning it. Even though it's been like 3 or 4 years, I'm still learning it. You know what I'm saying? There's so much to learn about eBay, but I do like the fact that I'm able to set up my inventory and sell to in-person clients. So that's where we are now. This has been my journey up until this point, and I just hope you guys enjoyed just this story in general. So if you did like it, comment, tell me what the best part of this story was for you. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank y'all, and I'm out. Peace.